I had an interesting outing, and I had to come back to report.
Well, it's the thought that counts.
I am back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm so back. I'm so glad I went out tonight because I actually really got caught up tonight. Like I almost didn't go out. I I wanted to go out tonight. Let me tell the stream I'm back to that I went back live onto but yeah, I actually went out tonight and I literally sat here for like 40 minutes because I wasn't sure if I should go out because it was so late. And I didn't know if I should still go out, but I was torn because I had like really weird experiences the last few weeks, last times I went out. It's just being out here in Long Beach, going out and meeting new people and stuff. It's been such different and off experiences sometimes. Like sometimes good, sometimes off, sometimes bad. Sometimes I don't want to do it again. When I get like, fuck it, fuck new people, fuck new friends. I'll just stay home. Shit. And I stopped wanting to go out at all. But then I watched that Dr. Ruth documentary. Then I rewatched that Dr. Ruth documentary. And she, both times, was like, going out and meeting new people is part of the job. And I always tell people that. And people like really don't get that. When I tell people that I go to the sex club, or I tell people that I go to swinger parties, or I tell people that I just go out to any party or go to the club. My dog is tripping even though nothing's happening to him right now. It's like, that's part of my job. And they didn't get it, but it's like, sometimes just going out and meeting new people is the job. Sometimes you just need to go out and meet some people. And you're always meeting new people and absorbing their experiences and taking in that different people have different experiences. Like, that is the job of a sex therapist. Literally. One of my friends tweeted that the other day. What is a sex therapist? And my response was a joke. But literally, like, they do have a huge job. But a big part of it is just being out there and constantly taking in what is, like, even after you get your degrees and all that. You literally have to still do the Dr. Ruth. You'll forever have to just be asking people, what's up? What's going on? What's going on in your pants? You know, you have to get out the house. Or talk to people or see what's up. Hey, thanks for coming through. And I forget that sometimes because, one, I'm a homebody. And two, because for an introvert, you want to react to bad experiences with introversion and recoil. You want to give into it, you know? You want to.
You do not understand.
One second. Stop. Yeah.
Oh, son of Kelgar, why are you here? To answer the challenge of Kelgar, to prove my honor.
Need more burrito-friendly clothing.
Challenge has been divinely and accepted. Let no one interfere.
Know what I mean? Hey. So anyway, when you watch Dr. Ruth's documentary, it sure reminds you of that, you know? You have to get out there and meet people and talk to people. It's like, you're right, sis. Gotta get out there. Gotta do the work. So even though last week I was talking to some people who made me like, I fucking hate people. Fuck them people. Like some people were fine, and other people, fuck them people.
It's working out. There's no place here. I beg to differ. I am as proud of my heritage as you are of yours, and I will not be denied the opportunity to express myself. According to ranking, he has shown respect.
You can't let that shut you down. You gotta keep it rolling. Don't get caught up in your feelings
I must
or your anxiety or your OCD
get on
or your autism.
with it. Must work faster.
It's like the Tina's burritos got like a new sriracha one, and it's fire. It's like so spicy. I'm loving it. This is the spice I've been craving. They make the different levels of spice, and you're like, that's not spicy. It's not burning my mouth. There's no sriracha left on. That's it. That's spice.
What's going on this time? Get over this. What's going on?
Anyway, so I'm getting distracted from what I was talking about by this fucking burrito. But I haven't eaten really all day, so that's why. Sorry, y'all. I'm in my food. I got the alcohol munchies. You know how it is. Plus, I still need to smoke after this, so it's gonna be the munchies for a minute. Excuse me.
I returned your weapon and discharged it from my house.
Ooh, look at her weave happen. His weave too. All these weaves. Just had to talk about the weaves for a second in chat. Who's up? So I went down to the Red Ring Bar. My local watering hole in the neighborhood. Oh, Dax is about to take work down. Let me not distract from that classicness. Classic moments happening right now. I mean, she disarmed him, flipped him on his back, mounted the fuck out of war. Ooh, he got her by the neck. Yes, daddy. Choked me. And that's when you know it's a wrap. Am I wrong? I mean, couple goals. Couple goals. If you don't want a little war from Dax in your life, what do you want? What do you want? What are you aiming for? What you trying to do? What are you working for? What you trying to get? I don't know. I don't know what you want. I want war from Dax. I want a man who throws his whole career away because he thought my life was in jeopardy. Throw his whole future away. Puppy! I'm going to stand up and walk over there. You're going to be fine, and I'm being mad. So what are we doing? This is a cat and mouse, but not a cat and mouse. It's just an annoyance. Now he's making just dead ass eye contact with me, and he's going to just put his paw up like this. Excuse me. Look, Ho, I'm gonna need you to calm down. All right. And then you try to raise them right. You try anyway. But really, you just spoil them. And they end up a reckless mess. What do you do? Oof. I'm looking raggedy like Bork right now. Like I need a refresher. Keep going. This end of the night. What you gonna do? Right. Exactly what Work is thinking. Like, I need to touch it. I need her makeup in here. Husband. No, Antonio. Well, you know I have to play Trials and Tribulations. I can't not play Trials and Tribulations. Right? Right? It'd be wrong to not play if I'm going through playing like the besties and the resties. So I'm playing the highlights.
So you're not looking at it, you got time to go back to the things. Good, we hate those. So, what happened? This may take some time. Is that Joe? Oh, good, we hate those.
Good, we hate those too.
Maybe you're right. 2 weeks ago, but having the compact. And why don't you return it or rejoin? They're devices of an alien origin that are considered sacred objects by the majority. Each has a unique property, like the orb of prophecy or the orb of wisdom, the one we received from the Cardassians with the orb of time.
How can you not contend that the trials and tribulations is a predestination paradox?
We were sure that we were general or one of the things that have popped up over the years. Our insecurity
I would insist.
But
We demand it. The established itself.
I never thought I'd see another rotten baby kid. This is Mr. Wow. We are taking you back to the Federation. He was trapped in Cardassia and could not survive. I'm a merchant. I knew the gemstones, keepers, and cherry mostly. Focus up. You know what Cardassians is bringing along? Fish juice. Hot fish juice. Lactogeno. After 6 months, I was hoping that's what God would do. At least they don't have one hope. Even if they don't, I'll smell those areas. Sorry.
Earthy, peachy aroma. Touch of lilac.
With the divine undercloak,
They dragged the fuck out of Worf in this episode.
Find somebody else. I have an honor. Don't look at me. I'm picking up a massive surge in chronoton
The
radiation.
next time Worf comes in the room, just be like, hey, Gwen.
Sensors are going back online.
Richmond, something's very wrong. According to the navigational computer, we're over 200 light years from our last position.
Decloaking.
Someone's activated the transporter.
Yeah, bring it in. Get us back on the floor. Oh shit. Dead ahead. Have you identified?
Not yet, but it's close. Very close.
Chief, I need that you. I think I got it.
Bitch, you deserve it. Oh my God! You being here is the perfect time for me to talk about what happened. Okay, I'm so glad that I waited until that you were here. Okay, so let me talk to you about the incident, about what happened when I finally left the house right now, okay? Okay, so let me talk to you about what happened when I finally left the house tonight, right? I wasn't sure if I should leave the house, but we were really low on alcohol tonight, and I was like, I'm gonna learn out of alcohol tonight. Maybe I should go to the red room for like a little bit and get like one shot. I do have like $4, right? So, and I was already dressed, right? So, but then I was like, it's kind of late. But I was like, no, I should show my face. And then I thought about what Dr. Ruth said about how important it is to like get out there and meet people, right? So I went down there. Tell me why when I was down there, I saw chefs from the Seabird restaurant, right? And I ended up in a conflict with chefs from the Seabird restaurant, right? They were talking about how people should come to the Seabird restaurant. And then I'm like, the whole time they were talking, I was just like dead ass like this. They were inviting people to the Seabird restaurant, which is this like vegan restaurant, like 1 block from us. Right now, me and Gwen are not against vegans or vegetarians. Okay, we're not. We're against bad food. Okay, and our thing with this restaurant is that you cannot smell any of the food when you walk past it. That is our thing. Okay, you can't smell anything. Okay, that's her thing. All right, that's her thing. Every single time, and it's been there for like almost dead ass a year. And so it's like, and they're so damn pushy. And then someone's like, oh, do you have a brunch? And they're like, yeah, we do have brunch. They're like, do you have mimosas? And they're like, yeah, we do have mimosas. And then they're like, but not real mimosas. And we're like, and I'm like, see, that's how they get you. That's when I said something. When I'm like, they said they have mimosas, but did you notice that the next sentence they said was they're not real mimosas? The next sentence they said was they're not real mimosas. And the guy was like, oh, yeah, well, they're not real mimosas. When it's not real alcohol. They don't serve real alcohol there, boo. They don't serve real alcohol there. There's no real alcohol in that whole place. There isn't. There's no real alcohol there. Mm-mm. No, they also don't serve real alcohol there. There's no meat and there's no alcohol. Yes. Yes. I want you to process that. Sit there for that for a while. While you're on your 10, take one to process the fact that they want you to walk into that building to drink no alcohol and have no meat in Trump's America. But anyway, so anyway, and I'm like, so this is my conflict, okay? People don't understand that. Like, there's this huge gap between, like, chefs that were trained like me and chefs that would believe that, like, you can have, like, this pure, fat-free, like, oil-free, alcohol-free way of cooking. I'm like, look, bitch, have you been to Europe? I'm like, there were thousands of years of cooking based on fats and alcohols. And you're going to tell me that you now have designed cooking based off of not fats and alcohols? I don't understand. Do you know what culinary science is? Which is what I was ranting when I walked back inside the bar. Yeah, like exactly, bitch. I was like, literally, I was mad as fuck. I was like, you're literally negating the foundations of culinary sciences. I was like, it's a science, bitch, and you're telling me like literally the sciences of what have built what food is supposed to be. Like, you don't need that. Like that is so upsetting. And like, children are negating thousands of years of research and just like 50 years of people are negating that, and it's really annoying. And I'm like, you can say that you don't want to eat that, but to negate that, like, the whole foundation of a science is just, you can say you don't want it, but to say that that is just washed, just to say it's washed, to say it's washed, to say you don't need it, to say you don't need it at all, to say you don't need it, and they said you don't need it. To say you don't need it. And then to say, and then, and then this is where they really got me. This is where they really got me on their fucking ableism, right? Okay, so this is where vegans really fucking get me. This is where they really got me, right? This is where they really got me, because this is where vegans really always get me, because vegans are always supposed to be the most free thinking, the most like open-minded, the most like and this is where Seabirds is really gonna fuck themselves, right? I was so happy they did this though, right? This is where I was like, oh, thank you for making my outing out into the world relevant, right? Because they really fucked themselves, right? These people completely discriminated against me. Look at me fucking my hair all up in anger. These people 100% discriminated against themselves against me. They were like, since I was like, I'll food challenge you any place, anywhere, using like actual fats and meats versus not. I'm like, because like the foundations of food sciences hold up against not using the foundations of food sciences every day of the week. Watch Iron Chef. Like, that's just a fact. Like, you can watch Iron Chef and that's proven. Like, that's one thing I like about Iron Chef. It like reinforces that. Like, that's why the Iron Chefs win, because you can come in and they let the new fancy people show off and flex, but the Iron Chef's foundational skills win 9 times out of 10, because like the foundational things, like, that's what people really want. Like, that's what you crave. That's just the facts. That's what Iron Chef teaches you. And that's why I cook the way I do, because the foundational things are what people really crave. So anyway, so then the guy's like, so if you want to do this food off, we have to do it in the next hour right now, because that's how food ops work. And I'm like, that's an ableist challenge. You can't tell me that if I want to challenge you, it has to be in the next hour or it doesn't count. I'm like, that's as fucked. Like, that's something that only an ableist person would say, that if it's not in the next hour, it doesn't count. I'm like, everybody's body can't do something in the next hour. Like, that's ridiculous. First of all, I'm still at work. Like, one. Like, I'm actually still on the clock. And I was just taking a break and was, like, just stopping and getting a drink. One. Two, like, my body doesn't allow me to, like, just stop and, like, burn the midnight oil to, like, make a meal, like, whenever I just want to stop and drop and roll. Oh, like, that would be awesome. Like, if I want to do, like, I can't actually stop and cook and feed myself whenever I want to. I'd, like, literally be starving, like, when I'm hungry. Like, because I can't just stop and cook whenever I want to eat, even when my fridge is full of food. And they literally said to me, like, these people from Seabirds on 4th Street in Long Beach, this vegan restaurant, told me that I was holding them to an ableist standard by making them have to be held to my standard of having to wait for me to be ready to cook. Even though they came up to me and said that they would challenge me. Like, they literally walked up to me and said they would challenge me. And then they said that I was holding them to the ableist standard. I just responded to their challenge and said, I'll go, bitch. I don't care. Like, I'm like, if you want to go, I'll go. Like, I don't mind cooking against you. Yeah, literally, I'm like, I'll cook against you. Like, I don't care. Like, we can cook. I'm like, but, like, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, like, set a date and time, like an adult bitch with a calendar. Like, I'm like, what? Have a schedule? And they're like, if you can't do it in an hour, then you're asking me to be held to your standard. And that is what's bigoted, isn't it? Really, though? Aren't you the one being bigoted, asking me to be held to your standard, though? That's what's really bigoted, right? Asking me to be held to your standard as a disabled person, asking me as an able person to be held to your standard as a disabled person is what's really the bigoted thing, right? And I was like, thank you so much, Seabird employee, wearing your branded shirt, for making my trip out of the house worth it. I was like, you people, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You guys. Like, I literally ran back to the corner and they were like, oh my goodness, this fucking bitch. And I was like, yeah, fuck me, fuck me, fuck me, fuck me. I was like, because I'm about to fucking jump on Instagram and roast you fucking bitches. I was like, fuck yeah, bitch. I was like, because I've been on live all night and I'm about to fucking jump back on there, bitch. I was like, because fucking rough, fuck you, bitch. I was like, you guys just made my night so fucking worth it. Oh my goodness. Let me light one up to the God, Dr. Rude, for inspiring me to go out tonight. Because if it wasn't for her, I would not have gone out and met people. New cunts. To new cunts. Oh, my lighter went out. You know, you never know when you're going to meet them. And sometimes they're ones that are like actually going to be mildly, you know, convenient. You never know. But these ones were like literally had the brand on the shirt, everything. You're like, they motherfucking tried it. Like really good. Oh, with the brand on the shirt with the dreadlocks. It was the guy with the dreadlocks. It for the manager of Seabirds down the street. It was the guy with the dreadlocks. I don't know how many. I don't know. And you know what? Let me be clear. I don't know how many employees with dreadlocks you have, because this seems like an establishment that might have multiple employees with dreadlocks. You may have several. So like the brunette dreadlocks with the like goldenish highlights. I don't give a fuck about names. When I skipped off, they were probably like, "Whoo, thank God we didn't give that bitch our names." Whoo, hallelujah. They were probably thinking, God. Because they definitely did not do good for themselves. Oh no, he was not white. He wasn't pasty white boy with dreads. He was like olive toned with dreads. Yeah, so you want to get your olive toned employee with dreads.
The IKS I remember
And then there was another one who was, I believe. No, I'm not going to guess ethnicities. I'm not going to guess. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Because people guess my ethnicities too much. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to say mysterious ethnic descent. You're smiling too much for me to guess. Yeah, it was a brunette with a fade. He was a brunette with a fade, and he was smiling. Y'all know what I mean. Like me. Smile. People don't know what your ethnicity is anymore. That vibe. All right? A brunette and their ethnicity disappears. All right? A guy like that. There was a third member of the party. Seabirds employees repping. Yes. But you know what? I'm not even trying to cause people to rent like that. Like, you know, pay your bills. Pay your problematic rent.
I just transferred.
Right. Like, how does your problematic rent affect me? But a quality post helps me. They gave me something quality to post about today. So thank you for that. Thank you for quality material. If your managers never hear about this, that's fine with me. I didn't like jump on Twitter to tweet about this because I was like, it's better to do my video about it first than a detailed tweet about these 3 random niggas and their dreads. It's like, who cares about ruining their ability to pay their rent, right? I don't. No.
Are we ever stand by? You can't just dismiss this. I can try. All right. Fine. I'll promise to get back to the president and see your face when you find out that I never existed.
So I think they're ignorant ass pieces of shit. Yes, but so are most people. So are most people's family members, right? What we going to do about it? Or most people's family members' ability to pay their rent? That would be terrible.
I was not aware of as far as that wealth demands constitutes a swarm.
See now?
He's so much more handsome in person.
You gotta find a more loquacious way to deal with it. Like maybe just roasting motherfuckers on the internet and then just leaving them alone. Like his dreads were ugly. Ugly. Whether he ever had this ordeal with me or not, I was thinking that. And I probably would have brought it up. And that is what really matters here. But I intended to bring up this ugly dude's dreads. Or this dude's ugly dreads.
This such business so much. Right. I'm on searching for a dance for this public stuff out of the bar here in the tower of the government. Return to the center. Ah, yes.
Oh my goodness, stop.
Unfortunately, it has kept you stuck at this bar for the past 3 hours. Having drinks.
I'm like choking. Like actually. Where?
They are Klingons. And it just belongs.
No genetic engineering.
You don't discuss it with outsiders.
Hey, girl.
Easy, man.
The Klingons just showed up in Trials and Tribulations, and they're tripping
And their mind
over how they look.
is a Denebian slime.
A Denebian slime devil. Damn it.
I think we've got bigger problems than a case of mistaken identity. The quantum knows it. That's why they're learning to speak Klingonese.
Mr. Scott. Honey, don't you think you should rephrase that?
I should. I didn't mean to say that the Enterprise should be hauling down. I meant to
Yeah, so I had an
say
interesting encounter tonight.
as garbage.
I'm telling you. I hate going out these days. I really do. Every time. It's just
What are you doing?
every time. It's not one thing, it's another. Although, to be fair, I'm always gonna get like over fat. So I will defend butter to my death. I marched down the street yelling in defense of fat. I'm like, fucking vegans, you're everywhere. You need fast and oils to cook. Look, I'm a healthy person, but still. You can't come to a French cook show. But you can't. Blasphemous. Lactose intolerant, you know.
But instead of being taken to the bridge, they were brought in.
I'm allergic to dairy. Like I suffer through. I have an actual allergic reaction to it. On top of the lactose intolerance. but it tastes that good. Food is what makes me happy. Doctors always ask me about what makes me happy, and people always ask me what makes me happy. And I always try to think of something other than food.
Welcome back, Mr. Dawson.
TV.
Whoa, hold on. I hope you realize
My friend.
you'll be facing some very serious charges for that.
Internet access, because it allows me to access my friends and TV and food recipes and delivery services. We soft things
I take it whatever you
like beds and pillows
I see myself
not working, which is rare and almost never happens. Hey,
Did you sabotage the Enterprise? Let's just say we're
so the miracle of almost not working, and let's circle back to food.
He wouldn't say where this trip was, but he did say that it was set to go on within the hour.
Music, for sure, music.
Understood. But I think Mr. Ward should remain here. It seems he's allergic to germs. Captain, I'm not sure which case out of the Chinese answers.
My dog, when he's not whining relentlessly. So like a very small window of time. God. Um,
Would you mind coming in, Rich?
I love Dax. She's so like classic.
For 6 steps. Means the trouble to agree. The first thing I can figure out is that there's a ball on Friday. Which seems to be quite a time thing.
My host attends it. She's on Earth judging gymnastics competition.
Yeah.
You need to become a doctor. And the hands of a surgeon.
Ooh. Dax is so messy. A whole mess. Just really though. Shake your table.
We're running out of time. I can send more teams to the department. It's not a question of manpower, it's a question of location.
He's probably gonna end this second.
Presumably, Donovan put the bomb somewhere he knows who's going to be in this tower. So please stick close to her.
He might be this one. But it's worth a try. There's no reason for us to stop searching over here. You got it, but I'll have to work.
I'm glad I got time to talk about that Seabird drama. Glad I got time to drag their no smelling ass food and pug person. It felt so fulfilling. It's like, it's one thing to drag somebody's food from across the street. It's another thing to drag somebody's food to their face. It felt really good. It felt like the right thing to do. It felt like they need to know their food is probably trash. Like, you know, these white people just eating their food because they're being told to eat your food, right? Like, because Yelp is telling them to eat your food. Like, your food isn't actually good. There are standards for actually good food. And your food not meeting those. You know that, right? But like, and I know I'm a cunt, but we all know the deal.
One man, 771,561.
And they could have just said that instead of saying that, like, fats aren't needed.
First flight 0 Delta, second.
You know what I'm saying? That would have been the honest thing to do. The honest thing to be like, you know,
Next to the tributes.
You real fucking cunt. Come at her food like that?
I don't like you, Mr. Jonathan. I will. Oh, Jeff's manager.
I'd be like, I am a cunt. Who's that cunt? Who's that bitch? What can I say? Like that? Daddy bitch. Give me butter. See how my feel going out. But I'm not giving up. I'm like, get it. Like, I will not refill you.
Before you, I just want to say, it's been an honor serving you. All right, we're doing it.
Light. If I pick up the lighter, some light. I need a new rig. But anyway, I digress. If you do not like my use of the C word, I'm sorry. But I think women should use the C word before men start to use it. Because if you read literature, you would know that it was very commonly used in banned American literature. Hush down. If you actually read, you would know that the C word was actually very commonly used in banned American literature. And it's going to come around again to being used by males. It's already being used by a lot of males in subculture. And like, most comedians use the word all the time. Male and female, especially white.
So, what do you think of the O'Brien's plan to name their baby Sean? Oh, okay, Sean. That's a nice way. Except that in Bajoran, Sean means swamp. You're right, I doubt it. Someone's telling me. I nominate you. Captain's personal dog, starting 512 process. It's going to be since I'm returning to the space model. but the mood of celebration continues. We're still at war, and the station's been designated headquarters for the night. That, plus our strategic position guarding the world, makes DS9 one of the most tempting targets in the entire planet. But for now, the war seems very hard. What's on the agenda?
U.S. says Britannia is completed. Paris is returning complete later today. Exeter 700 Gandhi has meetings and President Airlines announced messages from Starfleet Command awaiting your eyes.
I'll start. It's good to be home. You about this thing. Did nothing to stop it. No. I read it. Allow me to offer my congratulations to the new Supreme Commander of the Ninth Fleet. Idea of what paperwork a Supreme Commander has to do. The Ireland's caucus station. God, I'm more retarded. Maybe proud, because like I'm still in the war. By the way, I'd like that to be functioning by the intelligence. I don't see any problem with that. He's the only officer I know who can never get enough work. At least he's busy and stuff going on around this wedding. There were times
I think we're gonna make a face line on tonight.
Till the sun arrived and all they could talk about. They don't exactly know what they could talk about. And it's nothing but just simple life.